Today I'm going to talk about how to save to PDF from your iPhone. Welcome back to another Monday Quick Tip, where I go over the tips and tricks that make you hot seaters faster, more efficient, and more valuable to your trial teams. And today what I want to go over is how to save emails or websites to PDF from your phone. Now, I'm going to start out by looking at an email that I have on my phone, and this is just a random email that I received in my inbox, not related to any litigation, but let's pretend that this is something that I needed to save for later. Maybe it's an exhibit that we might want to use at trial. The way that I can save it is by hitting the ellipses in the upper right hand corner and hitting print all. And there it's going to then start putting together a print preview of it, and it's going to ask me where I want to print it to, either Google Cloud Print or AirPrint since I'm using an iPhone. I'm going to hit AirPrint even though I don't have any Air printers connected in my office. And that's okay, because what I don't need to do is actually print it. Now on your desktop you might be used to like saving or printing something and then saving it as a PDF. We're kind of doing the same thing here, but instead of selecting a printer, we're just going to pinch out. And when you pinch out, what that does is it then gives you a PDF preview of that email. And remember, it took a second for it to give us kind of the view of this, and that's because it was taking the mobile version of that email and converting it into something that looks a little bit more uniform depending on whether you got it on laptop or on mobile. And so now we have this same email, and it's now a 4-page PDF. And from here, I can hit that icon in the upper right-hand corner and send it out either through AirDrop, I can email it, or I can even add it to any of my cloud services, whether it's Drive, Dropbox, or Box, or whatever it is. So I have lots of different ways that I can save this email now as a PDF. Now the other way that this works out really well is through websites. So now I'm just going to open up a Safari browser, and saving websites to PDF is always kind of iffy, and it always kind of depends on how well it's going to work. But there's a way to do it from mobile in a way that will replicate the way that mobile looked. And I think that can be really important certain times in certain kinds of trials. So let's just go to any of the random websites that show up on Safari. And the one that is kind of suggested is to go to the apple.com website. Now my phone is loading up this website, and let's say you want to be able to save this entire website. Maybe there's statements in here that are important that you need to memorialize for later. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot, and I have an iPhone 11 Pro, and to screenshot it you hold down the power button and the volume up. And I've now taken a screenshot. And I'm going to tap on that little screenshot thing that kind of came up in the corner, and now I have an option at the top to either just screen cap this screen, like what I was actually looking at in the four corners of my phone, or the full page. And that's where things get really interesting. And so now on the right hand side you could see I've got a slider bar, and I can preview what this entire web page looked like on my mobile device. And I can replicate that and retain that, even though I might later put it into trial presentation software like OnCue or Trial Director. And so at this point, I can either hit done and just save this long image file, or I can then take it another step further and hit that share button in the upper right hand corner. And so then once I hit that share button, it's showing me that it's saving it as a PDF document already. I can come down to print, and again I've got that same printer options, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did here that I did for my email, is I'm going to pinch out. And now I have one long PDF of just that screenshot, and it's not a JPEG image, it's not a .png, it's a PDF, which makes it nice and convenient for sharing purposes. And then I can share that out, either saving it to Dropbox, to my files, or through any other service that I might need to. So that was two quick examples of how to save to PDF. I find it can be a lot more useful, and I use it all the time, much more than I ever thought I originally would once I first learned how to do it. Hopefully this is something that you can use in your practice as well in terms of what you do on a day-to-day basis. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to talk to you about it more down there. That's all I have for today's Monday Quick Tip. Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.